Hi, I'm Sidney from Sydney, founder of Sales Native. Armed with the battle scars from having previously founded multiple tech companies and with the insights from working with hundreds of other tech founders on their go-to-market strategies, we created Sales Native, where our calling and contribution is to provide sales inspiration, training and coaching to first-time tech founders wherever they may be in the world, enabling them to reach their potential, to make their impact, and to leave their legacy. Today, I want to share with you the 10 sales essentials for first-time tech founders. Let's dive right in. Essential number 1 is your target. You need to be super clear and super detailed on who your target customer is. Way too often, first-time tech founders fall into the trap of being too broad, thinking their solution has many use cases and is for everyone. What I say to founders is you need to become a narrow niche ninja. Start by addressing one problem for one target and do this until you have a consistent, repeatable way of selling profitably to this target before you expand your market. Essential number 2 is validation. When it comes to validation, you need to remember the who, the what, and the how. Who are you validating with? Don't validate with your friends and your family. Don't ask your mate or your mum if your idea is cool. Go validate with your target. What are you validating? Most people rush in to validate their ideas and their solutions, when at first you need to be validating your target customer's needs and pain. And finally, how are you validating? If you just ask questions, most people will give you a logical answer of what they would do, but it seldom matches to what they actually do. So beyond asking, you need to seek hard evidence of their intended behaviors. For example, are they trying to solve the problem manually? Are they currently spending money on another product or service? If so, how much? Or are they just impressed with your idea and tell you that they'd use it if you build it? Essential number 3 is awareness. You need to be aware of your stage, of your strengths and your gaps. By being aware of your stage, you can focus on stage-relevant strategies and pursue stage-relevant goals. For example, if you're at pre-product stage, you might focus on building a community. If you're at pre-revenue stage, you might focus on landing high-profile logos as reference accounts. Whereas if you're at revenue stage, you might focus on growth and automation. By being aware of your strengths, you can shift the sales game to your home ground advantage and focus your brand and product positioning on your strengths. And finally, by being aware of your sales gaps, you can be proactive in addressing the people, process, tools, and other sales enablers to accelerate your sales. Essential number 4 is your story. People remember stories, not facts and figures. So you ought to be integrating stories into your sales to make them memorable and impactful. The bad news is most tech founders struggle to make up stories. The good news is that you don't need to be making your stories up. As a tech founder, you're sitting on the richest, most authentic story. Your story. Why did you start the company? What was the calling? What journey have you traveled to get here so far? What's your vision for the company? What are your values? And what do you want your legacy to be? Most tech founders rush in to talk about the strengths of their product and try to win the sale on logic. This has its time and place, but regardless of if you sell to enterprise, mid-market, or to consumers, you're selling to people. And people are emotional as well as logical. Integrating your story into your sales and marketing makes you human, vulnerable, relatable, inspiring, memorable. Because more often than not, people will first fall in love with you and your brand before they fall in love with your idea or your product. Essential number 5 is credibility. Before you hand your money over to buy anything, you make an instinctive gut feel assessment of the person who is selling to you. You're assessing if you like them and trust them before logically considering their product or service. Of course, the same applies when people are buying from you and your company. You need to ensure your sales strategy and approach has credibility. Credibility comes from being known, liked, and trusted. Trust comes from humility or from authority. So you're either funny, relatable, open, and transparent, or you demonstrate high expertise and a track record of success in the niche that you're selling in. So, when you're thinking about your sales process, your presentation deck, your website, your marketing collateral, your scripts, your 30-second pitch, make sure you're doing everything possible to help your target put a tick next to their credibility assessment of you. Essential number 6 is risk. When it comes to tech sales, there's a bunch of risks that you present to your prospects when you ask them to buy from you. So it's important you identify and address these risks to remove any sales hurdles. There are technical risks. How will the technology work in the current environment, and how will it align to the future technology roadmap? There are commercial risks. What kind of terms are you asking people to commit to contractually? There are political risks. If you're selling directly to a business unit and not through IT, what issues will that cause for your buyer? And there's reputation risk. For the people championing your cause, will you boost or bruise their reputation and egos? Essential number 7 is value. Most people's definition of value is when someone gives me money, I will give them value. And all of their sales and marketing behaviors align to this mindset. My challenge to you is to give value at every touch point, not only if and when someone gives you money. Right from when someone is a suspect to becoming a prospect, a qualified lead, to when they buy and after they purchase, you need to give value at every interaction. With this mindset, your website, your social media posts, and even your sales meetings and follow-up emails will look and sound different if you've embraced the value mindset. Essential number 8 is agility. There are no silver bullets and nothing is forever. In business and technology, we are in a state of constant change. A sales strategy or tactic that worked yesterday may not work today. So don't fall in love with your ideas and strategies too much, even if they're working right now, as they may not work tomorrow. Sales success comes from taking action, learning deeply, and adapting quickly. This is the definition of sales agility. Essential number 9 is pitching. As tech founders, you should pitch everyone, but sell to a select few. What's the difference? Pitching is sharing your vision. It's evangelizing. Selling is when you're presenting your offer to a qualified target who you expect will pay for your product. While some people want to be secretive, there are a ton of benefits to pitching everyone. Firstly, people might say, it's a cool idea. That's nice. But more importantly, people will tell you if your idea sucks, and you can ask why. People will tell you about competition that's already in your space that you may not be aware of. They'll tell you about investors interested in your category. They'll tell you about potential employees you should hire. They'll tell you about potential co-founders you should partner with. Go pitch everyone. You'll gain more than you'll lose. Essential number 10 is legacy. How you make your money, who you become, and who you impact on the journey is way more important than how much money you make. So think about your legacy. Think about what you want to be known for. Think about what you want people to be saying about you and your company when you're not in the room. Now bring that into your sales mindset and into your company's sales approach. Your actions will influence your reputation, and your reputation becomes your brand and your legacy. You don't want to be the founder or company that adopts desperate, pushy, and unethical sales tactics. You want to sell with authenticity. You want to give value at every stage. You want to care for your target customer's reputation and ego. You want to be known for doing business the right way. Be deliberate about your actions, your brand, and your legacy, and your sales will flourish. There you have it, the 10 sales essentials for first-time tech founders. From one founder to another, I wish you success, and remember, you're just one sale away.